All right, let's see here. Let me give me just 1 second here. Let me wipe the old glasses down. Uh, okay, that's much better. And I'm gonna get the glare off of here. Let me just turn this monitor off. All right. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to make a video to throw out this idea that I had, kind of a challenge that I'm calling the Hard Book Challenge. The Hard Book Challenge. So, something I've been thinking about lately is the idea that books, for various reasons, can be somewhat difficult to read. So obviously, some books are more difficult than others. There are many reasons why a book can be difficult. Sometimes it may be that the writing is of a higher level than what we're accustomed to. There's a lot of advanced vocabulary, words that we aren't familiar with. A lot of things are implied and not explicitly stated. Um, all kinds of various techniques that are used in advanced um, writing levels. And if it's higher than what we're used to, then it may be difficult to read. Um, so that's one reason. Another reason may be that it's just plain plumb long. And what one person perceives as long for a book may be different from what another person perceives as long. But if it's a lot longer than what we're accustomed to reading, then that may make the book difficult. A third reason why it can be difficult is if a book challenges a lot of assumptions or cherished beliefs that we have. Um, so sometimes we might read a book that really calls into question a lot of things that we hold dearly, and we may just say this author is an idiot and throw the book out and get angry and vow to never read it again and tell all of our friends not to read it. So, um, the hard book challenge is reading a book that's hard to read for any of these reasons or any other reasons. Those are just three reasons that I could think of. There may be others. Um, and during this time of year, we're approaching New Year, time where people are very apt to making resolutions. I just want to throw this challenge out there to anybody who would watch this video. Um, so all of my friends that would see this, and I might bring it up in other um, settings too, but especially if you're watching this video, I want to challenge you to read a hard book. The way I'm taking up this challenge, I'm participating as well. I have three books that I I've started them all within the last year or so, and have made little progress on each of them. I've read, numerous other books, but there are three that at various points I've started and haven't gotten far into. One of them is the Iliad by Homer. That one's pretty long and it's in narrative poetry format, which for me at least requires a little more energy, a little more effort to follow the story when reading in that format. So it's been kind of difficult. Um, the book Middlemarch, classic novel by George Eliot, and uh, The History of Christianity by Dear Maid McCullough. Uh, that one is is one of those ones that's just plain long, and I've only been able to get about a third of the way through it so far, even though I started reading it over a year ago, I believe. So my goal for this year is to read all three of those books by the end of the year. Um, if I read nothing but those books, I probably could finish them much sooner than the end of the year, but I do like to uh, supplement the difficult reading with light reading. There's nothing wrong with light reading. There's nothing wrong with reading something that's just fun and easy to read and just fascinating and it's a page turner and you're just loving every minute of it. Um, but when it comes to difficult books, I think a lot of times we have this instinct to give up much too quickly. But to me, that's kind of a silly thing to do because anything that's really worth doing in life requires a little discipline, requires some effort, will prove to be difficult at some points. and it's a good challenge to take up, to read something that, for one reason or another, will require you to make considerable effort. So that's the challenge, and I dare you to take me up on it. Peace.